welcome. Today I am going to make marmalade bread and butter pudding. As you see, I have these things in my cheeks. I re-pierced my cheeks today, so I'll have my cheek piercings in once again. Quite an over-the-top septum ring as well. Now, I work in a care home, and one of the chefs is a very good chef. He made marmalade bread and butter pudding for one of the desserts at lunchtime, and I thought, love a bit of marmalade. Never really been into bread and butter pudding. My mum made it once and it was just, we're breathing all over the bread here. My mum made it once and I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was really, really bad, and I thought, okay, Dudley's a really good chef, so I'm gonna try his bread and butter pudding. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. It was so fucking amazing that I had to get the recipe off him, and now I make it, and I dare I say, I make it fucking 10 times more fucking amazing better than he does. So yeah. Here we go. I start with making the bread. I marmalade the bread and I put sultanas in the middle of it. It's fucking amazing. It really is. Cut the bread with a pizza cutter. So yeah, that's how I make those. You know, chop them up like that. Put the sultanas and the marshmallows and the marmalade in there, and then put it in the fucking tray like this. It's so good. It really is. It's so good. So I'm gonna make the rest of the sandwiches, and then I will come back. So this is a bit more sandwich making actually. So I buy just any old fucking sultanas, but what I like to do is I buy a cheap marmalade and a little bit more expensive marmalade. I mix them together in an old marmalade jar. Mix them together. Gorgeous. Because marmalade's nice, but I like to have two different types of marmalade. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to keep making these sandwiches. Okay, there we are. That's all the sandwiches made, and they're all laid in the tray. There we are. So the next bit is the mixture of sexiness that goes in it, that makes it all moist and flavorful. So let's get on with it. There we go. There's a few little additions that I do that Dudley doesn't do. At least he might do it at home. He doesn't do it at work. And I'll get onto those. So, I'm going to use 5 eggs. Any old bloody eggs. No shells though, please. Oh Jesus, did you see that? That was really a doozy. It's alright, I've got clean hands. This really is a banging recipe, it really is, and like I say, I've made it better than he does it at work. Like I said, I don't know if he does it better at home, but at work, it's okay. And not many people like it. I fucking love it. So this is the recipe. Ground nutmeg, ground cinnamon. Take a whole lid, about that much, you see? About that much, a lid. Cinnamon, put that in. Lovely stuff. Nutmeg, pretty much the same. Put that in, bang in. Already it smells so good. And then, you're supposed to put vanilla extract, but we don't have any at the moment. So, caramel natural flavour, a little bit of that. Why not? This is very indulgent. Very indulgent, this is. I've been making so many of them, so it's no wonder that I have got so good at making it. Right. A little bit of sugar. About that much. That'll do. That's probably about 1/3 of a mug of sugar. And the milk. About half a cup, half a mug of milk. Is that everything? I'm sure it is. So whisk it up. Can put a bit of cream in it, but I'm not going to do that because I like to put cream on top of it once it's cooked. Give it a good whisk. Give it a good whisk. I'll pause that for now. Lovely, there we go. I whisked it up. I added a bit more milk as well. because I don't think there was enough. So I'm going to pour it on now, carefully. You have to do it slowly because sometimes it flies off of the bread and goes all over the place. I think I might have to make more mixture. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, pour it over the bread. Pour it over the bread. There we go. And get something to flatten it down. Preferably something bigger than a... Oh, we'll use this. We'll use this thing. Maybe a spatula. A spatula would be better. So make sure all the bread is soaking it all up and submerged. Not completely submerged, but submerged enough so that all the bread gets wet. It's so banging. So banging. It really is so banging. Like I say, my mum made one once and it was disgusting. I thought it was horrible. It was all dry and crunchy and it really did not tickle my fancies. So yeah. There we go. Maybe put a little bit more liquid in than what that has. You see, when I tilt it, it comes up to the edge there. And you can roll that around like one of those marble game, board game things, just to make sure it's all soaked in. Lovely. And then, I'll just get the next bit ready. Okay, so what I did, I made up a bit more mixture and put a bit on top. I also included a bit of cream in that one. I thought, fuck it, why not? It was a little bit too, not submerged enough, and now it's a bit too submerged. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the magic part will be when we turn it off in the oven. So now I've mixed up those two marmalades and a little bit of lemon curd, why not? And added a bit of water so it's easy to pour. As you can see, like I said, very indulgent, don't judge me. This is just how it is. This is how things are done here when I'm making bread and butter pudding marmalade style-y. You want to make sure that it's a decent amount on top as well, because it's sexy. Yeah, it really is. You want it to be like that. It's fucking so banging. It really is. There we go. I'm not going to lick the spoon. It's got bloody raw red all over it. So, the next bit, oh, lovely stuff. So I'm in this empty thing. I've made up a mixture of light brown sugar and dark brown sugar. Mix it up, and then you have to sprinkle that on top. I know, even more indulgent. Because it's so thick, it's not actually coming out of the bloody holes. So just take it in your hand. If it wants to come out, it's like bloody sand. And then just like sprinkle some of it on top without making a bloody mess everywhere. Like that, that's usually pretty good. It's easier to distribute it like this. And it doesn't bloody go everywhere. It's going some places, but it's not going everywhere. So yeah, that's it. And also, bit of a mess I've made there. The last thing, like I said, Dudley doesn't put that sugar on top. Also, what I put on top is chopped roasted hazelnuts and chopped almonds, and it really gives it a nice touch. It really does. So just a little bit, and then a little bit of the chopped almonds. There we go. I know it looks like a lot, but it's not. It's a lot of sweetness. So you put that bad boy in the oven, preheated oven. You put it in the oven on about 150 for 30 to 40 minutes. And when it's risen, I need to put some more nuts around here. When it's risen, you turn the oven off. No, don't turn it off. Just make sure it's not too flibbity-flobbity. And then turn the oven off and keep it in the oven. And that will help dry it out a bit if it's too moist. Unless you like it really moist. But you don't want it too moist. You don't want it being mush. So yeah, turn the oven off and let it cool down in the oven. As the oven cools down, you want it to be sort of stodgy, and I'll show you that once it comes out of the oven. Okay, so when it's like that, and it's got a bit of a wobble to it, you turn the oven off. And there you go. Dudley's Marmalade bread and butter pudding with a little twist. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. Have it with a bit of cream. It's better with cream than custard. Can't wait to sink my penis into my teeth into that.